Welcome back to Top Liberty Coins. Today we are diving deep into the mysterious world of Top Liberty coins, especially the rare 1967 pieces that collectors are quietly chasing and paying unbelievable amounts for. This is not just about coins, this is about hidden treasure in plain sight. Let's begin with something that might shock you. Many people believe old coins are only worth a few cents or maybe a few dollars. But in reality, certain Liberty coins have sold for tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and in some extreme cases, values approaching figures like $787,976 have been discussed in elite collector circles depending on condition, rarity, and historical importance. And yes, some of these coins look so normal that you might ignore them in your pocket. Now let's talk about Liberty coins themselves. The word Liberty on a coin is not just decoration. It represents freedom, independence, and the identity of a nation. For decades, Liberty appeared on many United States coins, including designs like the Walking Liberty, Standing Liberty, and Barber series. Each of these coins carries a story, a time period, and a unique artistic style that collectors deeply respect. But why 1967? That's where things get interesting. The year 1967 falls into a very unusual period in coin history. During the mid-1960s, the United States was facing a coin shortage. People were hoarding silver coins because the value of silver was rising. To deal with this, the government made big changes. Silver was removed from many coins, and mint marks were temporarily removed from coins between 1965 and 1967 to discourage collecting. Because of this, coins from 1967 can be very tricky. They don't carry mint marks, which makes identifying rare versions much harder. And when something is harder to identify, it becomes more exciting for collectors. Hidden rarities can exist without people even realizing it. Now here's where the real treasure hunt begins. Some 1967 coins were struck with errors. These errors are what turn ordinary coins into extraordinary ones. Imagine a coin that was double-struck, meaning the design appears slightly duplicated. Or a coin that was struck off-center, where the image is not properly aligned. Or even coins with missing details, unusual textures, or wrong metal compositions. These error coins are extremely valuable. A simple-looking 1967 coin with a rare minting error could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even more depending on its uniqueness and condition. The better the condition, the higher the value. Coins that look almost new, with sharp details and no wear, are called uncirculated or mint state coins, and they are the most valuable. Condition plays a massive role. Two coins from the same year can have completely different values. One might be worth just a few cents, while the other could be worth thousands. Why? Because one was used daily, scratched, worn, and damaged, while the other was preserved carefully, almost like a piece of art. Now let's talk about grading. Professional grading services examine coins and assign them a grade, usually on a scale from 1 to 70. A coin graded MS 65 or higher is considered high quality. When you reach grades like MS 67 or MS 68, you are entering elite territory where prices can skyrocket. A rare 1967 Liberty-related coin in near-perfect condition could easily become the centerpiece of a high-end collection. Another factor that drives value is demand. Collectors are always searching for something rare, something unique, something others don't have. When demand increases and supply is extremely limited, prices go up. That's basic economics, but in the coin world, emotions also play a big role. The story behind a coin, its history, and even the excitement of finding it can push values higher. Let's not forget history. Coins are like time machines. A Liberty coin connects you to a specific era. When you hold it, you are holding a piece of the past. The year 1967 was a time of major change in the world. Political shifts, cultural revolutions, and economic adjustments were happening. And right in the middle of all that, coins were being produced that today might be worth a fortune. Some collectors believe that hidden treasures are still out there. Old jars, drawers, inherited collections, or even loose coins could contain something incredibly valuable. People have discovered rare coins in the most unexpected places. A coin sitting unnoticed for decades suddenly becomes worth thousands after being examined by an expert. Now imagine this scenario. You check your old coins. You find a 1967 piece. At first glance, it looks normal. But then you notice something unusual. Maybe the edges look different. Maybe the design is slightly off. Maybe the surface has a strange shine. That's when curiosity begins. That's when a simple coin becomes a mystery waiting to be solved, and that is exactly what makes coin collecting so addictive. It's not just about money. It's about discovery, history, and the thrill of finding something rare. Every coin has a story, but some stories are worth a lot more than others. There are also rumors and discussions in collector communities about extremely rare examples reaching very high estimated values. While not every claim is verified, the excitement around these numbers keeps the hunt alive. Values like hundreds of thousands of dollars create curiosity and push more people to check their coins. If you are serious about this, you should start by examining your coins carefully. Look for details. Use a magnifying glass. Compare your coin with verified images online. Check for errors, unusual features, and overall condition. And most importantly, never clean your coin. Cleaning can reduce its value significantly because collectors prefer original surfaces. Storage is also important. Keep coins in protective holders, away from moisture and dust. Proper storage can preserve their condition and maintain their value over time. Another smart step is to consult professionals. Coin dealers and grading services can help identify whether your coin is truly valuable. Sometimes what looks ordinary to you might be extraordinary to an expert. Let's bring everything together. Liberty coins are more than just currency. They are symbols of history, art, and hidden value. The year 1967 is special because of the unique circumstances surrounding coin production. Errors, condition, rarity, and demand all combine to determine value. And in rare cases, these coins can be worth astonishing amounts. So the next time you see an old coin, don't ignore it. Take a closer look. Because you never know, that small piece of metal could be a hidden treasure waiting to change everything. And if you love discovering hidden value, rare coins, and real-life treasure stories, make sure to stay connected with this channel, Coins, where every video brings you closer to the secrets hiding in your pocket. Today we are diving deep into something that could completely change the way you look at the coins in your pocket. Because hidden among ordinary-looking pieces of metal are Liberty coins that collectors are willing to pay shocking amounts for. We are talking about coins that once bought a loaf of bread but today can sell for thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Imagine holding a coin from 1971. It looks simple, maybe even common. But what if I told you that certain Liberty-style coins connected to that era, especially rare variations, errors, and silver compositions, are now being hunted by collectors around the world? Some have reached values that sound unreal, numbers like $787,976.48 depending on rarity, condition, and demand. To understand why these coins are so valuable, we need to go back in time. Liberty has been one of the most powerful symbols in coin design, especially in the United States. The image of Lady Liberty represents freedom, strength, and national pride. Coins like the Morgan dollar and the Walking Liberty half-dollar became legendary not just for their beauty but for their silver content and limited surviving numbers in high condition. Now you might be wondering where 1971 fits into all of this. In 1971, the United States introduced the Eisenhower dollar. While it does not show full Liberty imagery like older coins, it represents a transition period in American coinage. This was the first dollar coin issued after the Peace Dollar series ended decades earlier. Most 1971 coins were made in large numbers, but here is where things get interesting. Some were struck in 40% silver, especially those made for collectors. Others contain minting errors, double strikes, or rare die variations that make them extremely valuable today. Collectors are not just buying coins. They are buying history, rarity, and condition. A normal 1971 coin might be worth only a few dollars, but a rare error coin or a high-grade uncirculated silver version can jump to hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And when you combine rarity, perfect condition, and collector demand, the price can explode into unbelievable ranges. The market for Liberty coins is driven by a few powerful factors. First is rarity. The fewer coins that exist, the higher the demand. Second is condition. Coins graded in near-perfect condition by professional grading companies are worth far more than worn-out ones. Third is historical significance. Coins connected to important periods, transitions, or famous designs attract more attention. Take for example the St. Gaudens double eagle. This coin features one of the most beautiful Liberty designs ever created, and some versions have sold for millions. That shows you how powerful the Liberty image is in the world of coin collecting. Now let's talk about something that many people ignore. Errors. Yes, mistakes made during minting can turn an ordinary coin into a treasure. A 1971 coin with a misprint, off-center strike, or double image can be worth far more than a perfect standard coin. These are the kinds of coins that collectors search for every single day. Another important factor is silver content. Coins made with real silver have intrinsic value because of the metal itself. During certain years, including 1971 collector issues, coins were struck with silver, making them more valuable than regular copper-nickel versions. As silver prices rise, so does the value of these coins. The coin market today is stronger than ever. Online auctions, collector communities, and global demand have pushed prices higher. Rare Liberty coins are now seen not just as collectibles but as investments. Some people are even treating them like gold, storing them for long-term value growth. Imagine checking your old coin collection or even coins passed down from family. That forgotten coin could be worth more than you think. People have discovered coins in drawers, boxes, and even loose change that later sold for huge amounts. The excitement of finding such a coin is what keeps collectors searching. The story of Liberty coins is not just about money. It is about art, history, and the journey of a nation. Each coin carries a story from the past to the present. From the early silver dollars to the transition years like 1971, every piece connects to a bigger picture. So the next time you see a coin with Liberty or from an important year like 1971, do not ignore it. Look closely. Check the details. Research its type, mint mark, and condition. Because in the world of coins, small details can mean big money, and here is the most exciting part. The market is still growing. New collectors are joining every day. Rare coins are becoming harder to find. And that means values can continue to rise. The coin you have today might be worth much more tomorrow. Stay with coins because we bring you the hidden value behind everyday objects. The treasures are real. The history is powerful. And the opportunity is right in your hands. Today you are about to discover something that might completely change the way you look at the coins in your pocket. Because sometimes, what looks like an ordinary coin, is actually hiding a story worth thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Imagine this, a small coin, worn by time, passed through countless hands, sitting quietly in a drawer or maybe lost inside an old collection, and yet, its true value could reach astonishing heights. We are talking about Liberty coins, especially rare pieces from around 1983, that have shocked collectors with their incredible market prices. Now listen carefully, because this is where things get exciting. Liberty coins are not just currency. They are symbols of history, freedom, and craftsmanship. The design of Lady Liberty has appeared on many American coins over the years, representing hope, independence, and strength. Each version carries a unique identity, depending on the year, mint, and condition, but not all Liberty coins are created equal. Some of them, especially rare mint errors or low mintage coins from specific years like 1983, can be worth far more than their face value. And when we say more, we are not talking about a few dollars. We are talking about life-changing amounts. There are collectors out there willing to pay massive prices for the right coin. Why? Because rarity creates demand, and demand creates value. Now think about the year 1983. At first glance, it may not seem special. Millions of coins were produced during that time. But here is the secret: not all of them survived in perfect condition. In fact, many coins from that year were heavily circulated, damaged, or lost. So when a well-preserved or rare variation appears, collectors get extremely interested, and then comes the magic of errors. Coins with minting mistakes are some of the most valuable pieces in the world. A slight misprint, an off-center strike, a double die, these small imperfections can turn an ordinary coin into an extraordinary treasure. Imagine holding a coin that was never supposed to exist in that form. That is exactly what drives collectors crazy. There have been reports of certain Liberty-style coins and related rare pieces reaching astonishing valuations, sometimes claimed in extreme ranges like hundreds of thousands or even speculative figures approaching massive numbers. While not every claim is verified, one thing is clear: rare coins can sell for incredible prices depending on authenticity, condition, and demand. Condition is everything. A coin graded in mint state condition, meaning it looks almost brand new, can be worth hundreds or thousands of times more than the same coin in poor condition. Professional grading services carefully examine coins under magnification, checking every detail from scratches to shine. So if you ever find an old Liberty coin, do not clean it. Do not damage it. Because even a small mistake can reduce its value significantly. Collectors look for originality. They want coins exactly as they were, untouched by modern interference. Even natural toning, the slight color change over time, can actually increase value if it looks attractive. Now let's talk about market value. Coin prices are not fixed. They change based on demand, rarity, auctions, and collector interest. A coin that sells for a few $100s today could sell for thousands tomorrow if demand increases, and sometimes, a bidding war begins. Two collectors, both determined to own the same rare coin, start increasing their offers. The price rises, higher and higher, until it reaches an unbelievable number. That is how some coins achieve record-breaking prices. But here is the most important part: you do not need to be a millionaire to start collecting coins. Many valuable coins are still out there, hidden in plain sight. In old boxes, inherited collections, or even everyday change, the thrill is in the search. Every coin you examine could be the one. The one that changes everything. The one that turns curiosity into fortune, and Liberty coins hold a special place in that journey. They connect us to history. To the past. To a time when coins were not just money, but art. Each detail on the coin tells a story. The face of Liberty, the inscriptions, the year, everything has meaning, and when you understand that meaning, collecting becomes more than a hobby. It becomes a passion. So next time you come across an old coin, take a closer look, check the year. Check the design. Look for anything unusual, because you never know, that small piece of metal could be worth far more than you imagine. Maybe not just hundreds, maybe thousands. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and mysterious topics in the coin world: Liberty coins, especially rare pieces from around 1988, their hidden value, their history, and why collectors across the world are willing to pay unbelievable prices for them. Welcome to the world of rare coins, where history meets money, and where a single discovery can change your life. Let's begin with the idea of Liberty itself. The word Liberty on a coin is not just decoration. It represents freedom, independence, and the identity of a nation. For decades, Liberty has been featured on many American coins, symbolizing strength and hope. From early designs to modern minting, Liberty coins have always attracted collectors because of their beauty and meaning. Now, when we talk about a top Liberty coin, we are usually referring to coins that have unique characteristics. These could include rare minting errors, limited production, special editions, or coins that were released in a specific year that later became valuable due to demand and scarcity. The year 1988 is especially interesting. At first glance, coins from 1988 may not seem special. Millions were produced, and most are still in circulation or stored away without much thought. But here's where things get exciting. Some 1988 coins have rare variations that make them incredibly valuable today. Collectors are always searching for small differences. These can include misprints, double strikes, off-center designs, or even tiny changes in lettering. A coin that looks normal to you could actually be a rare error coin worth a fortune. For example, certain Liberty-themed coins or coins featuring Liberty designs from around that time may have minting anomalies. These anomalies are not mistakes in the usual sense, they are treasures in the world of coin collecting. Now let's talk about market value. The value of a coin is not fixed. It depends on several factors. Condition is one of the most important. A coin in perfect or near-perfect condition, often called mint condition, can be worth far more than a worn-out version of the same coin. Rarity is another key factor. If only a few coins exist with a certain feature, collectors will compete to own them. This competition drives the price higher and higher. Demand also plays a huge role. If collectors are actively searching for a specific coin, its price can skyrocket. This is why some coins suddenly become very valuable after years of being ignored. Now imagine a rare Liberty coin with a unique error, from a year like 1988, in excellent condition. Combine rarity, demand, and historical significance, and you get a coin that could be worth an extraordinary amount. There have been cases where coins were sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Some even reach into the millions. The figure you mentioned, a value like $787,976.46, may sound unbelievable, but in the rare coin market, such numbers are not impossible. Let's go deeper into history. Liberty coins trace back to some of the earliest days of American coinage. Over time, the design of Liberty evolved. Sometimes she is shown standing, sometimes sitting, sometimes as a head profile. Each design tells a story about the time in which it was created. By the late 20th century, including 1988, coin production had become more advanced, but errors still happened. And those errors are what make certain coins so valuable today. Collectors today use magnifying glasses, special lighting, and even digital tools to examine coins. They look for tiny details that others might miss. A small doubling in the text, a slight shift in the image, or an unusual texture can turn an ordinary coin into a rare collectible. Another important factor is grading. Coins are graded on a scale that determines their condition. Professional grading services evaluate coins and assign them a grade. A higher grade means a higher value. So, if you ever come across a Liberty coin from 1988 or any other year, don't ignore it. Take a closer look. Check for unusual features. Compare it with standard designs. You might be holding something incredibly valuable. The excitement of coin collecting comes from this very possibility. Treasure can be hidden in plain sight. A simple coin could carry decades of history and a price tag that changes your life, and this is why the market for rare coins continues to grow. New collectors join every year, and experienced collectors are always searching for the next rare find. Auctions, private sales, and online marketplaces are filled with coins being bought and sold at astonishing prices. Some collectors focus only on Liberty coins because of their historical importance and artistic beauty. Others focus on specific years like 1988, hoping to find rare variations that others have missed. What makes this even more exciting is that many valuable coins are still out there. They are in homes, piggy banks, old collections, or even circulating in everyday transactions. Imagine receiving change from a shop and unknowingly getting a rare coin worth thousands. It sounds like a dream, but it has happened before. This is why knowledge is power in the world of coin collecting. The more you learn, the better your chances of finding something valuable. So always stay curious. Always check your coins. And never underestimate the value of something that looks ordinary, because in the world of Liberty coins, especially rare ones from years like 1988, even the smallest detail can turn a simple piece of metal into a fortune. Today we dive deep into one of the most talked about coins among collectors, the 1990 Liberty coin, a piece that has sparked curiosity, excitement, and serious money in the coin market. If you think coins are just pocket change, by the end of this, you might start checking every coin you own. Liberty coins have always held a special place in American coin history. The word Liberty itself represents freedom, strength, and national identity. For decades, different designs of Liberty appeared on U.S. coins, making them not just currency but symbols of history. Collectors love Liberty coins because each one reflects a time period, a design style, and sometimes even a rare mistake that makes it extremely valuable. Now let's focus on the 1990 D coin. The letter D means it was minted in Denver. At first glance, this coin might not seem rare because millions were produced. But here is where things get interesting. In the world of coin collecting, value is not just about how many were made. It is about condition, errors, and demand. A normal 1990 D coin in average condition might only be worth its face value or slightly more. But if the coin is in uncirculated condition, meaning it has never been used and still shines like new, its value increases significantly. Collectors pay attention to grading. A coin graded MS65 or higher can sell for much more than a regular coin, but the real excitement begins when we talk about rare errors. Some 1990 D coins have minting mistakes such as double strikes, off-center designs, or unusual surface features. These errors can turn an ordinary coin into something extraordinary. A rare error coin can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on how unique it is. Now imagine a perfect storm of rarity, condition, and collector demand. This is where stories of coins selling for extremely high prices come from. While not every 1990 D coin will reach a value like $787,976, there have been cases in the coin market where rare Liberty coins or error coins have sold for astonishing amounts. These prices are driven by auctions, collector interest, and historical significance. The coin market itself is always changing. Prices go up and down depending on demand. When more collectors start searching for a specific coin, its value increases. Online marketplaces and auctions have made it easier than ever for collectors to find rare coins, which has pushed some prices even higher. Another important factor is grading companies. Professional grading services examine coins and assign them a grade based on condition. Coins that are officially graded and sealed are more trusted in the market, which increases their value. A high-grade 1990 D coin with certification can attract serious buyers. History also plays a huge role in value. Liberty coins connect to a long tradition of American coinage. Even though the 1990 D is modern compared to older Liberty coins, it still carries the legacy of that iconic design. Collectors often build collections based on themes, and Liberty is one of the most popular themes in the world. Now here is something very important for you. You might already have valuable coins without realizing it. Many people overlook coins because they do not know what to look for. Check for mint marks like D, S, or no mark. Look closely for errors. Notice the shine and condition. Even small details can make a big difference in value. The idea that a small coin could be worth a life-changing amount of money is what makes coin collecting so exciting. It is like a treasure hunt that anyone can join. You do not need to be rich to start. All you need is curiosity and attention to detail. Some collectors spend years searching for that one rare coin that completes their collection. Others focus on finding undervalued coins that might increase in price over time. The market rewards patience and knowledge. The more you learn, the better your chances of finding something valuable. The story of the 1990 D Liberty coin is not just about money. It is about discovery, history, and the thrill of finding something rare in an ordinary place. Imagine checking your pocket change and suddenly realizing you are holding something special, and here is the truth. Not every coin will make you rich, but every coin has a story. Some stories are worth a few cents, while others are worth thousands or more. The key is knowing the difference. So next time you see a coin, do not ignore it. Take a closer look. That simple piece of metal might have more value than you ever imagined. And who knows, you might be just one coin away from an incredible discovery. Welcome to the world of coin collecting, where history meets opportunity, and where even a 1990 D Liberty coin can turn into something extraordinary. And this is just the beginning. Today we dive deep into one of the something collectors dream about and investors quietly chase for years. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that once passed through everyday transactions, maybe buying groceries or paying for fuel, but today it could be worth an incredible fortune. This is exactly the kind of mystery and excitement that surrounds certain Liberty coins, especially those rare variations that collectors believe could reach astonishing values. Now let's step into the fascinating story of the 1993 Liberty coin, a piece that has sparked curiosity, speculation, and serious attention in the coin collecting community. At first glance, it may look like any other coin minted in the United States during the early 1990s. The design, featuring the iconic Lady Liberty, represents freedom, strength, and the enduring spirit of a nation. But what most people don't realize is that not all coins are created equal. Even if they look identical, the small letter D stamped on the coin indicates that it was minted in Denver. While millions of coins are produced every year, only a tiny fraction become rare due to errors, limited runs, or unique conditions. And this is where things begin to get interesting. Some 1993 Liberty coins are believed to carry unusual characteristics that make them highly valuable among collectors. Over the years, stories have circulated about coins from this year being sold for surprisingly high amounts. While most coins from 1993 are still worth their face value, certain rare examples have reached prices that shock even experienced collectors. There have been claims and discussions suggesting values reaching hundreds of thousands of dollars, and in extreme speculative cases, even figures like $787,976.44 have been mentioned in online communities and collector discussions. But what makes a coin reach such an unbelievable value? It comes down to a combination of rarity, condition, and uniqueness. A coin in perfect, uncirculated condition is already more valuable than one that has been used heavily. Add to that a minting error, such as a double strike, off-center design, or unusual metal composition, and suddenly the value can skyrocket. The history of Liberty coins itself adds another layer of appeal. The image of liberty has been a central theme in American coinage for generations, symbolizing independence and national pride. Over time, these coins have become more than just currency. They are historical artifacts, each one carrying a story from the era it was minted. In the early 1990s, the United States Mint was producing coins in massive quantities, but even in such large-scale production, mistakes could happen. These mistakes, which might seem insignificant at first, are exactly what collectors search for. A slight misalignment, a missing detail, or a unique surface pattern can turn a common coin into a rare treasure. For the 1993 Liberty coin, collectors often look for specific features. These include sharpness of the design, clarity of the lettering, and any unusual marks that set it apart from standard versions. Coins that have been preserved carefully, without scratches or wear, are especially valuable. Professional grading services can evaluate these coins and assign them a grade, which plays a major role in determining their market value. The current market for rare coins is stronger than ever. With more people becoming interested in alternative investments, coins have gained attention not just as collectibles but as assets. Auctions, online marketplaces, and private collectors are constantly searching for rare finds. A coin that might have been overlooked years ago could now be worth a significant amount of money. However, it is important to understand that not every 1993 Liberty coin is worth a fortune. The vast majority are still common and hold only their face value. The stories of extremely high prices usually involve very specific coins with rare features. This is why careful examination and expert evaluation are essential. One of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting is the possibility that anyone could discover something valuable. A coin sitting in an old drawer, a jar of loose change, or even in everyday circulation could turn out to be rare. This sense of possibility is what keeps collectors motivated and passionate. There is also a psychological element to it. The idea that something so small and ordinary could be worth a life-changing amount of money captures the imagination. It turns a simple hobby into a thrilling treasure hunt. And in a world where most things are predictable, this unpredictability adds a unique charm. As the years go by, coins like the 1993 Liberty continue to attract attention. Their value is influenced by market demand, collector interest, and the discovery of new rare examples. What may seem like an ordinary coin today could become highly sought after in the future. For those interested in starting their own journey into coin collecting, the key is to learn, observe, and stay curious. Understanding the history behind coins, recognizing important details, and keeping an eye on market trends can make a big difference. Even beginners can develop the skills needed to identify valuable coins over time. The story of Liberty coins is not just about money. It is about history, art, and the hidden stories behind everyday objects. Each coin is a small piece of the past, carrying the marks of the time it was created. And sometimes, those marks can turn into something incredibly valuable. So the next time you come across a coin, take a closer look. You never know what you might find. Hidden within that small piece of metal could be a story, a mystery, or even a fortune waiting to be discovered, and this is what makes the world of rare coins so fascinating. It is a blend of history, mystery, and opportunity, where even the smallest detail can make the biggest difference. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating topics in the coin world, the legendary Liberty coins, their history, their mystery, and the shocking truth about rare pieces like the 1996 D coin that collectors are quietly hunting for. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that looks completely ordinary. Maybe it has been sitting in your pocket, your drawer, or passed through your hands without a second thought. But what if that same coin could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars? That's the magic of Liberty coins. Liberty coins are not just currency. They are symbols of American history, art, and identity. The image of Lady Liberty has appeared on coins for more than a century, representing freedom, strength, and national pride. From the early designs of the 1800s to modern variations, Liberty has remained one of the most recognizable figures in coin collecting. Collectors all around the world search for Liberty coins because of their beauty and rarity. Some Liberty coins are common and only worth their face value, but others are incredibly rare due to minting errors, low production numbers, or special features that most people never notice. Now let's talk about something that might surprise you, the 1996 D coin. At first glance, it might not look special. It was minted in Denver, which is what the D mint mark stands for. Millions of coins were produced that year, so you might think it has no special value. But here's where things get interesting. Some 1996 D coins have unique characteristics that make them highly valuable. These include minting errors such as double strikes, off-center designs, or unusual metal compositions. Even slight differences in the design, like sharper details or unusual coloring, can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. There have been reports of rare Liberty-related coins reaching astonishing values, numbers that seem unbelievable. Some rare coins in the Liberty category have been sold for massive amounts, sometimes reaching into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. Stories circulate about coins valued at figures like $787,976.43. While not every claim is verified, the reality is that rare coins can indeed reach extremely high prices depending on their condition, rarity, and demand. Condition plays a huge role in determining value. Coins that are in mint condition, meaning they have little to no wear, are worth far more than those that are scratched or damaged. Professional grading services evaluate coins and assign them a grade, which directly affects their market price. Another important factor is rarity. If only a few coins with a specific error or feature exist, collectors are willing to pay huge amounts to own one. This is why even modern coins like those from 1996 can sometimes become valuable if they contain rare minting mistakes. History also adds value. Liberty coins connect us to the past. Each coin tells a story, of the time it was made, the people who used it, and the journey it took to reach today. This emotional and historical connection makes collectors even more passionate about finding rare pieces. The coin market is always changing. Prices go up and down depending on demand, discoveries, and collector interest. A coin that seems worthless today could become extremely valuable tomorrow if new information comes to light or if collectors suddenly start searching for it. So what should you do? Start checking your coins. Look closely at dates, mint marks, and details. Use a magnifying glass if you can. Compare your coins with verified examples online. Pay attention to anything unusual, misprints, strange shapes, or differences in design. Many people have discovered valuable coins completely by accident. Coins found in old collections, inherited boxes, or even everyday pocket change have turned into incredible finds. The key is awareness. Once you know what to look for, you might never look at coins the same way again. Remember, not every 1996 D coin will make you rich, but the possibility exists. And that possibility is what makes coin collecting so exciting. It's like a treasure hunt where the prize could already be in your possession. Stay curious, stay observant, and keep exploring the world of coins. Because sometimes, the smallest things can carry the biggest value. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating topics in the coin collecting world, the top Liberty coins, with a special focus on the 2001 D coin and its surprising presence in the current market. Stay with me because what you are about to learn could completely change the way you look at the coins in your pocket. Imagine holding a coin that looks completely normal at first glance, something you might ignore or even spend without thinking twice. Now imagine that same coin quietly carrying a value far beyond its face price, sometimes reaching hundreds, thousands, or in rare dream cases even figures that shock the market. That is the magic of Liberty coins. They are not just currency, they are pieces of history, symbols of freedom, and in many cases, hidden investments waiting to be discovered. Liberty coins have been a cornerstone of American coinage for generations. The word liberty itself represents freedom, independence, and national identity. From early designs to modern minting, liberty has always been a powerful symbol engraved onto coins. Collectors across the world chase these coins not only for their beauty but for their rarity, condition, and the stories behind them. Now let's bring our focus to the 2001 D coin. The letter D stands for the Denver Mint, one of the major mints in the United States. Coins minted here often carry unique characteristics depending on production quality, minting errors, and circulation patterns. The 2001 D coin may seem recent compared to ancient coins, but do not underestimate its potential. Modern coins can sometimes surprise collectors with hidden value, especially when certain rare conditions are met. In the current market, most 2001 D coins are still very common. You might find them in everyday circulation or stored away in jars and collections. Their standard value remains close to face value, meaning they are not rare in average condition. But here is where things start to get interesting. When you step into the world of grading and mint condition, everything changes. Coins are graded on a scale that determines their condition, from heavily worn to perfect uncirculated quality. A 2001 D coin in average circulated condition may only be worth its original value. But a coin in uncirculated condition, especially one graded MS65 or higher, can fetch significantly more. The shine, the detail, and the absence of wear all contribute to its value. Now let's talk about the real excitement: mint errors. This is where collectors become treasure hunters. A 2001 D coin with a minting error can be worth far more than a regular one. Errors like double strikes, off-center designs, die cracks, or missing elements can turn an ordinary coin into a rare collectible. These errors are not common, which is exactly why they are valuable. The number you mentioned, $787.97642, may sound very specific and almost unbelievable. While most 2001 D coins do not reach such values, it is not impossible in the world of coin collecting. Rare combinations of perfect condition, unique errors, and high demand can push prices to unexpected levels. Some collectors are willing to pay premium amounts for coins that complete their collection or stand out as rare examples. History also plays a huge role in value. Liberty coins connect us to a larger story, one of growth, struggle, and national pride. Even modern coins like the 2001 D are part of that timeline. They represent a period in early 21st century minting, where technology improved but human error still created rare pieces. The current market for Liberty coins continues to grow as more people become interested in coin collecting. Online marketplaces, auctions, and collector communities have made it easier than ever to buy, sell, and evaluate coins. This increased visibility has also driven up the value of certain rare coins, especially those with verified grading and authentication. If you are serious about finding valuable coins, you need to start paying attention to details. Look at the date, the mint mark, the condition, and any unusual features. Use a magnifying glass if you have one. Store your coins carefully to avoid damage. And most importantly, never assume a coin is worthless just because it looks ordinary. There are stories of people discovering valuable coins in the most unexpected places. Old drawers, inherited collections, even loose change from daily transactions. The thrill of discovery is what keeps collectors engaged and excited. Every coin has a story, and sometimes that story comes with a surprising price tag. The 2001D coin is a perfect example of how modern coins can still hold potential. While millions were produced, only a small fraction will ever reach high grades or contain valuable errors. That is what creates rarity. Not just age, but condition and uniqueness. As we move forward, the market will continue to evolve. New collectors will enter, demand will shift, and certain coins will rise in value. Keeping yourself informed is the key to staying ahead. Follow trends, study past sales, and learn from experienced collectors. At the end of the day, coin collecting is not just about money. It is about history, discovery, and the excitement of finding something rare. But when that rare find also brings financial value, it becomes even more rewarding. So next time you come across a Liberty coin, especially a 2001D, do not ignore it. Take a closer look. You might just be holding something far more valuable than you think. This is Coins, your place for uncovering hidden value and exploring the fascinating world of rare currency. Stay tuned, stay curious, and keep searching because your next big discovery could be right in your pocket.